some problems with the world, so I had downloaded the Level Z mod for the last video that I made, experimenting with it. Now it is permanently etched into this world for some reason. I only have 3 hearts. If anyone has any comments on how to fix it, let me know. Oh wait, where's Mr. Piggy at? Where's Piggy? Where'd he go? Hello? Is that him over there? Where'd my pig go? What the hell? So now we have to be ultra careful with basically everything, because for some reason I only have 3 hearts now. Is that my pig? No, he doesn't have a saddle on him. Where'd my pig go? Alrighty. Off to Never Never Land, I say. I love exploring when I have like a good fast horse that knows how to jump and shit like that, and not just a slow ass one. Ever since I was a Gene. Ooh, I want that. I can't get more hearts for some reason. Like the Level Z mod is gone. Like I can't even, hold on. Let me get off my guy real quick. Like I can't upgrade. I can't level up. I can't do the XP thing like I was before. I want to talk about my first time working at a job. So I was 16, and of course you turn 16, and sometimes people can like go 16 and a half, right? And one of the first things I wanted to do was get a job, obviously, because I was on that grind pretty young. And I went for a position at Taco Bell, right? So I signed up, and I have a Taco Bell literally like less than a mile away from me. Like I can walk there in a couple minutes. So I was like, okay, well let me go to this Taco Bell. So I go to the Taco Bell, and they have the interview. We have the interview. And they're like, oh, okay, and everything like that. They're like, we'll let you know, like normal job stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna get this job, you know, because I have a 100% win rate of getting jobs with my job interviews. And I go, and they were like, oh, come back. So I took the interview, and within an hour they texted me, or I got an email saying come back. So then I walk back, and they're like, okay, well now we have to get you all set up in the system. And I was like, okay, cool. They start getting me all set up in the system, and they're like, oh, well, it's not working. And I'm like, what? Putting in the information in the computer. It was like an old ass computer in like 2020, bro. They had like a computer from like the 1980s for some reason to doing all of like the stuff. And they're like, oh, like it's having trouble, and it's like it's not really working right now and everything like that. And I'm like, okay. So like my thought process was, okay, I'll just chill here and wait. They for real were like 20 minutes in. They were like, oh, it's not working. You can head back home, and we'll probably figure it out another day. And I'm like, okay. And I never heard from that Taco Bell since. I for real thought they were just like not gonna hire me, or like I had the job, right? I was like texting my mom, texting my boys, I'm finna get my money up, not my get your funny up, not your dummy up, and shit like that. I was like ecstatic. I was like, let's go. I'm gonna blah blah blah. I'm gonna like make all this money. I'm gonna save the day. And then I went in, and they were like, nope, sorry. You didn't get the job. We actually couldn't give you the job because our shit wasn't working. So that was like my first like interview, right? Then I go, okay, and there's a shit, like we live off of fast food over here where I live. Like there's so many fast food spots. There's so much everything, right? So I go in to Subway. So my first job was this Subway. It was a Subway inside of a Walmart. And this is a Walmart that I've been going to since I was like a child, bro. Like this is the Walmart that everybody goes to in the town and everything like that. Okay, thank God he didn't just fucking fall straight down. I get the interview, and it's like this like scrouchy old lady. Most fast food places are usually like that. And I go in, I get the interview, smash the interview again, and then I think I'll wait like a week, and they're like, oh, you got the job. So I'm like, okay. You fill out your schedule, you do a little bit of paperwork, signing some things. They're like, okay, come in on this day for your orientation. I go in, and they're like, oh, okay. My first day, my orientation, I walk in, immediately like 3 or 4 people that I knew from high school that I work with. Now, the difference between the people that I normally wouldn't care about versus these people was I didn't like these people at all, like in high school. These were like the annoying hot Cheeto girls, like in the back of the class, I don't gotta do nothing type shit. Like they were just the annoying ass kids, or like the stoners, like crazy stoners. And then it would be me and one other girl, or me and one other dude, or me and like the assistant manager, right? The assistant manager was like a 20-year-old, whatever, boyfriend, redneck girl. See the people I got, see everything like that. I'm like, okay, cool. Then, right, I get through my first day. And the first day, of course, they're all like catering to you. They're all babying you like, it's okay, it's your first day type shit, right? And I'm like, okay, well, making a sandwich can't be that hard. The sandwich making was not hard really at all. My only problem was that whenever I really needed help, most people didn't really help me, but it was fine, you know, it was that big of a deal. Right, I go on my second day. The assistant, the manager, the lady that has been doing most of the stuff isn't there, right? But the assistant manager is there. So I'm like, okay, cool. The assistant manager is here. We saved the day, correct? No. On my second day, I go in, and it was me and the assistant manager. Ooh. Hold on. So I'm like, okay, it's a chill day. I get the assistant manager here. Let's go. So I thought it was going to be a chill day, and it starts off pretty chill, right? But then it kind of gets a little bit busy. It's not that big of a deal. It's still my second day. I still don't know how to make all the sandwiches. I'm still constantly having to look at like the little cheat sheet they give you when you're new, when you're trying to like figure out how to make all these like sandwiches and stuff like that, right? My assistant manager is chilling, and she just goes, hey Zane, I'll be back. I gotta go to the bank to put this away from my boyfriend. And I was like, okay, the bank is not that far. If it doesn't get too busy, I'll be fine. Okay, fine, cool. I'm about like 30 minutes into the shift when this like lady leaves, right? And I'm chilling. Once again, nothing too bad. Peak rush hour, the worst possible thing. Like the amount of people that came right there. So it is just me in the store on my second day, dying. Bro, I could not make a sandwich for shit, first of all, because I barely know how to do anything. No one helped me prepare or make any like spare veggies or the bread or anything like that. Nobody helped me at all. Nobody like did their job as like the morning crew or whatever you said. They kind of like left it all for us to like here figure out. So I don't know how to do most of the things there because of course they teach you some things, but they're not like you're new. Here's how you do the basic bare bones stuff in a couple hours so that you can at least do a job to get paid, right? And I think I did a good job the first day, and I was doing good the second day, but when I look out and there is 20 people standing in line staring at me, and I am the only person in this subway right now on my second day, I was tweaking after that. I was like, are you for real? 2 hours go by of this lady being gone at the bank. By the way, she says she'll be right back. She just has to drop something off, deposit some money, do a check, write a bill, do something. I forgot what it was, right? That's why I looked at her and I said, perfect. You can go do your thing. If it's going to take 20 minutes, a couple people show up, can't really handle it that much, it's okay. You'll be back. This bitch did not come back at all. She came back 2 hours later, and I had a 4-hour shift. So half of the shift I was by myself, with no prep done for me, with no help, ginormous line the entire time. And then I quit like a week later after that, or 2 weeks later. Because I only worked like a couple days. I probably worked like 5 days at that Subway in a total of 2 weeks, right? Like you have to know that I have no experience. So if you're going to leave me, a 16-year-old kid that just turned 16, by the way, by myself in a Subway, a franchise, and this is like a massive thing, right? This is a Subway we're talking about. This is not some local deli shop on the side that doesn't get much customers, that doesn't have a good reputation. This is Subway. Leaving a 16-year-old alone in a Subway by himself for hours with no training experience. Well, I guess I had training experience, but no experience at all. Oh my, bro. That place, I'm surprised it's still even open. Later on, I told my coworkers that what happened the day before, and she was like, oh yeah, that's kind of like normal. I don't know why. She always like says she has to go do something and she'll leave. And I was like, no way. No way, this is a normal occurrence. Are you kidding me right now? So in terms of first job experience, absolutely preposterous. Absolutely awful. I've never thought of a worse experience than that in my life. It does get, fairly good after that. So after I finished my first job working there, about maybe like 2-3 weeks later, I'm like, of course I'm trying to, still get that bag and everything like that. And I think they were really paying me like $10 an hour, which is crazy to think about how much I was getting paid back then. I had started to do more interviews, or within 3 weeks, I had another job at a movie theater. And the movie theaters was probably like the best experience I think I've ever had. Other than the fact that they would schedule me as a night cleaning crew, which meant that I would go in at like 9 or 10 a.m. or p.m. and then I would come out at like 3 a.m. Like, we were the last people to shut down the movie theater. And if anyone knows that a movie theater stays up pretty late to play movies, we're staying even longer than that. So I'm 16 and I don't have a car and I don't have a license. Or I had a license, but I didn't have a car because that's why I was working, right? I actually had my mother drive me down there late at night and then wake up in the middle of the night, super late, just to come back and pick me up. And she did that for probably like 2 months, I would say. Maybe a month. I forgot how long I worked there. But I know I ended up quitting on Christmas because I remember quitting at that place because they scheduled me for New Year's Eve night from 7 p.m. all the way to, 3 a.m. again, where they close. And then they wanted me back there Christmas Day, almost a couple hours later, for another like 8 to 10 hour shift. And then they wanted me the next day to come in for another shift like that. And just 3 days, like literally, I did not have holidays. So when I saw that schedule, I just texted them, yeah, no, I'm not coming in. Y'all got me booked up. Anyway, I think I'm done kind of exploring. I think I'm finna head back home. And I'm gonna figure out how to do this heart stuff. But if y'all want to know any more about crazy stories, I've had a couple jobs throughout my years. And a lot of stupid, crazy stories. And I don't mind telling them. That's pretty cool down there.